Hey, coin collectors and history lovers. Welcome back to. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic coins of the 20th century, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. This coin has an incredible history, a fascinating design, and, of course, some hidden value that might surprise you. So, is your 1974 half dollar worth more than face value? Let's find out. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy, following his tragic assassination in 1963. It quickly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar was minted during a time when silver had already been removed from circulation coins. So, unlike the earlier 1964 version, this one is made of copper-nickel instead of 90% silver. On the obverse front, we have the famous left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The words Liberty arch above his head, while In God We Trust is split on both sides of his neck. Below, you'll find the year 1974. On the reverse back, we see the majestic presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro. It features a heraldic eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, symbols of peace and strength. The words United States of America and half dollar are inscribed along the edges. But here's where things get really interesting. Some 1974 Kennedy half dollars have rare errors that could make them worth a lot more. Now, before we talk about value, let's discuss the different versions of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. These coins were minted in 3 locations. The Philadelphia and Denver versions were intended for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced special proof coins, which are shinier and have more detail. So, if you have a 1974 Kennedy half dollar that has been used in everyday transactions, meaning it has some wear and tear, what is it worth today? Since this coin was made from copper-nickel, it does not have any silver value. However, collectors still seek high-grade examples. Here's a general price breakdown now. Here's where you should pay close attention. Some 1974 Kennedy half dollars have errors that make them highly valuable to collectors. The most famous error is the 1974 D double die obverse, DDO. This error coin shows doubling on the words In God We Trust and Liberty. If you find one in uncirculated condition, it could be worth $50 to $100 or more. Another thing to look for is a high-grade, well-struck coin. If you get your coin graded by a service like PCGS or NGC, and it receives a high mint state, MS, rating, like MS65 or higher, it could sell for hundreds of dollars. So, should you keep your 1974 Kennedy half dollar or sell it? Here's my advice. If you have a heavily worn coin, it's best to keep it as part of your collection or use it as pocket change. If you have a higher grade coin or an error coin, consider getting it graded. It could be worth serious money. If you have a proof version from the San Francisco Mint, keep it safe. It's always in demand among collectors. And that's it for today's deep dive into the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. Do you have one in your collection? Have you ever found a rare error coin? Let me know in the comments below. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. The coin was minted as a tribute to the beloved 35th President of the United States and quickly became one of the most collected coins in American history. Shortly after Kennedy's death, there was a strong public demand for a lasting memorial. The U.S. Mint decided to replace the Franklin half dollar, minted from 1948 to 1963, with a new design featuring Kennedy. The design was created in record time, just 38 days, by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts, obverse, and Assistant Engraver Frank Gasparro, reverse. The first Kennedy half dollar was minted in 90% silver in 1964, but due to silver hoarding, the U.S. Mint reduced silver content to 40%, 1965 to 1970, and later switched to copper-nickel, 1971 present. By 1974, the Kennedy half dollar was well established as an everyday coin in circulation, but it was no longer made of silver. Instead, it was struck in copper-nickel clad composition, a mix of copper and nickel, making it more durable for circulation. By the mid-1970s, the use of half dollars in everyday transactions had already begun to decline. Many people chose to hoard Kennedy half dollars as souvenirs, believing they might become rare or increase in value. As a result, fewer half dollars were actually used in commerce. The most famous variety of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar is the 1974 D double die obverse, DDO. This error coin displays noticeable doubling on the words In God We Trust and Liberty, making it a valuable collector's item. The Kennedy half dollar remains one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history, still minted today for collectors. Despite its declining use in circulation, it holds deep historical and sentimental value. The 1974 issue marks a significant period when the coin was still widely used in transactions before half-dollars gradually disappeared from daily commerce. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar represents more than just currency, it's a piece of American history, honoring one of the most beloved presidents. Whether you have one in your pocket or collection, it serves as a reminder of a pivotal time in U.S. history. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from. We've got plenty more exciting coin videos coming your way. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.